Amid all the chaos and infighting by these corrupt special needs Democrats over the reconciliation, another, I would say, more important argument was happening on Capitol Hill. How's it going, folks? Hope y'all are doing well. At this point, at least for the next couple of months, we should expect these videos I'm working on to be almost a weekly update or story of the week, at least until snow flies anyways. Okay, now back to the topic at hand. The House held a hearing on abortion, with figures like the bald Hitler-level racist Ayanna Pressley from Boston, the anti-Semite and also devout racist from Detroit Rashida Tlaib, and of course, never miss a chance to cry on camera, the pride of New York's Bartender Association, I'm sure, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. You know, folks, I wonder if she's found time to clean up that years-old tax warrant she's been dodging in New York for years. Anyways, what we saw was object evil put on display for the entire world to see. Truly, it was a disgusting, sickening spectacle illustrating just how far we've fallen as a lazy, pathetic society that justly deserves whatever painful fate we receive. We'll watch one of several samples of the sickening characters the low IQ masses of cesspool cities have sent to DC to rain terror upon the rest of us innocent, tax-paying, law-abiding citizens, right after this quick commercial break to pay some bills. Our health and patience have really been challenged, so I found a remedy that works. 100% pure ESS 60 is incredible, and now you can buy it directly from the lab. They call it a miracle molecule because people sleep better, enjoy more energy, and mental focus with a simple spoonful in the morning. You can mix it in your salad, rub it on a steak, or even dip your bread in it. ESS 60 comes in 3 delicious organic oils: olive, avocado, and MCT coconut. This groundbreaking blend supports your immune system with powerful antioxidants and antiviral properties. ESS 60 delivers more than 172 times the power of vitamin C. It's such a powerful antioxidant that it helps neutralize free radicals to assist with detoxification. Don't wait to order your ESS 60 oil directly from the lab. You're going to love it, and it's good for pets too. Get $10 off today at www.c60evo.com/conservative resurgence. That's www.c60evo.com/conservative resurgence, or click that link in the description box.
Presley, you are now recognized for 3 minutes.
Thank you, Madam Chairwoman, for convening this critically important hearing today. Let me make it plain. Abortion care is a constitutional right, and this pro-choice Democratic majority House, Senate, and White House can and must do everything possible to protect and guarantee it as such. We find ourselves in the midst of an unprecedented wave of coordinated attacks on our reproductive freedom and bodily autonomy. And Texas's horrendous and extreme SB 8 abortion ban underscores the urgency of this moment. The year 2021 has been the most devastating for abortion rights in American history. In the midst of an ongoing global pandemic that robbed us of more than 690,000 lives and disproportionately impacted our most vulnerable and Black and brown communities, anti-abortion legislators in 47 states focused on legislating hurt and harm to push this critical health care out of reach. These misguided bans will not actually prevent all abortions. They simply put safe and necessary abortion care out of reach for our most vulnerable, specifically our lowest income sisters, our queer, trans, and non-binary siblings, Black, Latinx, AAPI, immigrants, disabled, and indigenous folks. And none of this is happenstance. It is precise. Like the roots of the anti-abortion movement, these bans are rooted in patriarchy and white supremacy. They perpetuate cycles of poverty and economic inequality and exacerbate many of our starkest health disparities. Enough. SCOTUS had the chance to call SB 8 for what it is, a blatant violation of the constitutional rights of nearly 7 million Texans of reproductive age. But from voting rights to housing to reproductive rights, it is clear the Supreme Court is no longer on the side of justice, nor is it on the side of the people.
Okay, we're back. So this is truly Twilight Zone material, with Pressley claiming that not killing children of minority descent is somehow white supremacy. In reality, I'm pretty damn sure white supremacists would love it that Black folks outpace their demographic in getting abortions. Well, that's assuming there are still white supremacists out there. I've yet to see any beyond penitentiary walls anyways. At least, none of numbers worth considering. Anyways, this is the kind of idiocy that is manufactured in DC unchallenged from the left these days. Good job, worthless, spineless Republicans. You see, there is no logic or reason for anything that is said, including the mention of queer people needing abortions, a contention that seems rather unlikely given queer people can't procreate. Folks, it's kind of like a woke automation. Presley just repeats buzzwords to the cheers of her supporters, no matter how nonsensical it all may be. As to the stereotypical mention of Hitler, just because Hitler did something does not make it evil. Hitler also liked dogs. Dogs are, in fact, not evil. Furthermore, Hitler did not ban abortions for everyone. That is complete bullshit. His goons performed many on people he found undesirable, which is almost, if not the equivalent, to modern abortion, in that it targets the lowest levels of society. But of course, things didn't stop there though. A doctor testified who claimed that abortion was really loving. Yep, that's right. Abortion is loving.
SB 8 has not only caused a near total abortion ban in Texas, it has made it extremely dangerous to be pregnant in Texas, where our maternal morbidity and mortality rate is already unconscionably high, especially for Black women and pregnant people of color. Texas deserves better. I know firsthand that abortion saves lives. For the thousands of people I've cared for, abortion is a blessing. Abortion is an act of love.
You know, folks, perspective is important. Being able to murder anyone you want is indeed freedom, but not all freedom is moral and good, right? Flat out, abortion is taking another life. Now, let's not kid ourselves. The overall majority of abortions are almost exclusively for the reason of convenience. It's kind of like microwave popcorn for the left. Now, I don't care who you are or what your beliefs are. Nothing about this is loving or a blessing. To call it that is absolutely Orwellian. This person has no business holding a medical license, and it's to our great shame as a nation that we allow murderous fools like this to hold positions of authority. And then there was Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, who in all her narcissism made her commentary about herself being a survivor, because of course she did.
Thank you so much, Madam Chair. You know, I need to correct and address an assertion that was made not too long ago. This idea, this myth that, first of all, that this law, SB 8, provides ample time for a victim of abuse to seek abortion care. Because once again, we're in a room of legislators who are attempting to legislate reproductive systems that they know nothing about. 6 weeks pregnant, and it's shameful that this education even needs to happen because this conversation shouldn't even be held in a legislative body. 6 weeks pregnant is 2 weeks late for one's period. When you are raped, you don't always know what happened to you. You are shocked, and I speak about this as a survivor. You are in so much shock. And by the way, people who commit abuse and victims and survivors of sexual assault are overwhelmingly assaulted by someone they know. And this myth that it's some person lurking on a street or in a parking lot waiting to sexually assault you, that myth only benefits the abusers in power that want you to think that that's how it happens. It's your friend. It's a boyfriend, it's a boss, it's a legislator. Dr. Moyetti, when we see that the tactics of abusers on a personal level, the attempt to control and sabotage a victim's reproductive care and control over themselves, then becomes mass adopted by overwhelmingly, frankly, cisgender male state legislatures. How do you see a connection between these abuse dynamics in person and how they inform a culture in which they could be affirmed or in which these laws could potentially help or assist abusers in this dynamic?
Yeah, so unfortunately, our country is actually founded on reproductive control and coercion of enslaved Africans and of indigenous people. So this is actually a historical tactic in our country and a method of upholding white supremacy. So that has not changed and continues today.
Thank you very much, Doctor. And my time has expired. I yield back to the chair.
Thank you.
Again, the idea that killing black children somehow hurts white supremacists makes no sense whatsoever, and no, at no point was our country founded on reproductive control. That is just insanity. And if we're going to get picky about it, it was actually, in fact, founded on the right to life, something that has been denied to hundreds of thousands of babies a year. So there's that. Now, I won't dive into Little Miss Planned Parenthood, Margaret Sanger here, what she believed, promoted, created, and who for. But as with most of these issues, it's rooted in Democrat Party racism. Google her, or actually, DuckDuckGo her. It's worth your time. Now back to AOC. She is a gross human being, and frankly, I'm tired of playing nice with these people. They deserve your scorn. They deserve to be called exactly what they are, which is supporters of killing children willy-nilly without a second thought, like buying a $1 cheeseburger in a drive-thru. They do not deserve to be accepted in polite society. I mean, think about it, folks. The abuse of abortion is completely analogous to slavery, in that it denies personhood to human beings based on the arbitrary notion of those in power. If someone came out in support of slavery today, would we remain cordial? Of course we wouldn't. Then willy-nilly, blasé, whatever abortion should be treated no differently. Our nation is depraved and vile for allowing this to continue, especially at these kinds of skyrocketing rates. And may God forgive us that so many sit idly by instead of speaking out. And lastly, thank you, Texas, for once again showing the rest of America how to get things done. If you liked it, hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't, leave a comment down below. There's a PayPal link in the description box, so please put $1 in the bucket on the way out the door. I'd like to thank everyone for all your donations. They're much needed and much appreciated. Now, with all that being said, we'll see you next time.
Come on, move. Move. Easy, easy.